Good evening. My name is Russell Hooper Jr. from the Roxana Volunteer Fire Company right here in Sussex County, Delaware, where I currently serve as the Assistant Chief and Board of Director. The Roxana Volunteer Fire Company was first discussed back in 1959 here at a general store in town. In 1960, it came to fruition and they became an incorporated volunteer fire company right here in Delaware. When the fire department first started, it was a small rural community, a lot of farmland, small town, and many chicken houses. That has since changed. Though we still have a large amount of rural area, we also now have a lot of suburban living set up. In the rural area, we're non-hydrogen. Some single-family homes with large farms still exist. That's why we still have a tractor-trailer type tanker in service today. In the suburban area, we are fully equipped with hydrants and have anything from multi-family living condominiums to large developments with a variety of housing, mercantile buildings, and even a large shopping center. The Roxana Fire Company currently runs about 1,300 to 1,400 calls for service each year. In the past 5 years, we've seen about a 5 to 10% increase in calls for service annually. Currently have 3 engines, 1 rescue truck, 1 tower ladder, 1 brush piece, a large tanker, 3 EMS units, a boat, and 1 duty officer truck. Currently on order is a 75-foot aluminum pierce Quint to be replacing one of our front run engines in the very near future. We run a lot of mutual aid with neighboring districts who also support us in the same manner. Currently, our largest source of funding comes from the state of Delaware. The Volunteer Fire Service is funded through the State and Aid Grant budget line. The amount of funding can change each year, but over the last 5 to 10 years, it's been fairly consistent. The Delaware Volunteer Firefighter Association is a lot to thank in that we have a lobbyist on Legislative Hill that lobbies for the fire service. Each fire department also gets a portion of realty transfer tax from the sales of real estate within their respective fire district. The amount does vary greatly due to growth and current sales in your district. A smaller portion of funding comes from Sussex County, where we receive funding at a much smaller rate, but all the funding is needed and appreciated. The Roxana Volunteer Fire Company also does many fundraisers throughout the year, including chicken dinners, gun raffles, car shows, hall rentals, and a fund drive letter to the community to raise funds. Any increase in funding will allow the fire department to continue its progression and improve operations for the future. The Roxana Fire Company would like to look into a grant to buy a rehab unit. About 10 years ago, the company bought an old truck and we turned it into a rehab unit. Over time, that truck did us good and served the county well. It just come to a point about 2 years ago that we couldn't afford to keep it up. The maintenance costs were too high for the value it was giving to the community. The company has decided that it would need a grant in order to buy a new rehab unit, as the current apparatus replacement plan does not have room to replace this unit. This piece of apparatus was used by all departments over the county and even out of the state. This would be an asset to have again. The Roxana Volunteer Fire Company would like to see other departments help with buying a new rehab unit, as this unit was called to many incidents not only in Roxana but all the surrounding areas. We believe that there is an opportunity for local, state, and federal grants to help build and buy a new rehab unit. 2 years ago, we made it through the first couple rounds of federal grants, but in the end, we did not receive a grant for replacement. We are asking for assistance from all departments in the county to make this happen again, as it will benefit all departments, not just Roxana. Thank you for your time, and as always, be safe in all your adventures and have a good day.